Is it just me, or is it like everybody in the game industry is trying to ruin their reputations? In recent years, we've seen Bethesda do a flying off of a diving board with the release of Fallout 76. We saw CD Projekt Red say, "Hold my beer," with Cyberpunk 2077. And now we got Sony, who after years of dominating the market with the hugely successful PlayStation 4, accompanied with some of the best exclusives ever seen, doing some weirdo Not only are they shutting down the stores for the PlayStation 3, PSP, and Vita games, some are saying those consoles are no longer getting patches for said games. Not only does the PlayStation 4 have some weird internal clock battery thing that could render your PS4 a brick moving forward, not only did they wind down Sony Japan Studios, who have been huge hitters contributing to the PlayStation lineup for years, now they seem to only want to focus on blockbuster titles, canceling sequels such as Days Gone 2 to focus their attentions on The Last of Us remake. And as of the time of recording this video, Sony have just posted a job listing for a head of mobile. The job description being to adapt Sony franchises to the mobile market. Now, did somebody secretly die at Sony and put some Andrew Wilson type dude in charge? Or did the monstrous critical reception where awards are concerned for The Last of Us Part 2 have them reprioritize their entire business model? Like, it's all bad. And then on the other hand, you got Xbox over here just raking in the wins. Game Pass, Bethesda, Kojima, maybe. Everything on the Xbox side of things just seems so hopeful and consumer friendly. Now, we will see how they actually deliver on a lot of those things, but damn, talk about a 180 in public perception. So how do we even break all of this down? Okay, so in terms of the PS3, PSP, and Vita stores closing down, basically means that unless you have a physical copy of said games, you won't be able to play them. It also means that because the PlayStation 4 isn't backwards compatible with any earlier consoles, you won't be able to play said games on modern hardware. And the same goes for the PlayStation 5. In terms of patches not being downloadable for PlayStation 3, PSP, and the Vita, I can only see this being a problem if you buy a game for said console, because then it will only run on its day one build. So say you go out and buy Fallout 3 or something. That game is going to run in the state it did day one back in 2008. Now, in terms of this PlayStation 4 internal battery thing, from what I can gather, there is a battery in your PlayStation 4 that will inevitably fail. Once this happens, all digital content will be unusable until a server connection is established. And once the online servers for the PlayStation 4 shut down, which is still probably a long way down the line, the console will cease to play any games purchased digitally, as well as render the disk drive unusable, essentially turning your PlayStation 4 into an Xbox One. Joking aside, this means your PlayStation 4 will simply not work. Again, this is a problem for down the road. Maybe a patch will fix this. Maybe patches won't work for the PlayStation 4 as well. But understanding that the PlayStation 4 will one day be considered a retro console, it's kind of staggering that this obscure design flaw may mean that the PlayStation 4 will go extinct like the dinosaurs. Or Anthem. In terms of The Last of Us remake and Sony's focus on only producing blockbusters. Now, this whole blockbuster thing, it's just a shame for indie devs and smaller studios. I think it's a bit too early to say how this will truly affect the PlayStation 5 lineup, but we've already seen Days Gone 2 get scrapped in favor of a The Last of Us remake, which is bizarre because it just got a remaster. The only reason I can think for them to do this is to line it up with the release of the HBO show. Now, I'm already worried about the show after how Dr. Uckman handled The Last of Us Part 2, and knowing he's going to be heavily involved in the show. He's already said that some parts of the show will be drastically different from the game, and I worry he's gonna tinker with the remaster and retcon that Abby's mom was also Ellie's mom or some shit. But this new remake will almost undoubtedly coincide with the release of the show to offer the prettiest version of the game for new players coming over from the show. That's just a lot to talk about. And finally, this head of mobile posting.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones.